Now I want to read you a story about a case in which the defendant pled not guilty and went to trial. This story is about what I call Swiss cheese thinking, because it's got some holes in it. In the book, it's embedded in a chapter about critical thinking, and it's about a student who is in stages of developing critical thinking. So Mickey was new to the Circle School. In his old school, this 13-year-old made mischief, lots of mischief, and he was well accustomed to the summary judgment of the principal. No due process there. Mickey thought he and authority were natural enemies, so he was very pleased to learn during his admissions visit that the Circle School has no principal, head of school, or anything like that. I told him he has as much authority in this school as anyone else, including the adults. But of course he had no context for understanding what that meant. Mickey was also pleased to learn that when he got in trouble, as he assumed he would, he could argue his own defense before the Judicial Committee, composed of 4 students and 1 staff member. If, despite his best arguments, they charged him with breaking a rule anyway, he could plead not guilty and then, within 4 school days, argue his defense before a jury. This got his attention. Mickey smiled and decided to enroll. His first opportunity came up very early on. He ate an Oreo cookie in the library, violating a rule about where it's okay to eat and where it's not. Called to the JC, he readily admitted eating the cookie and also agreed with witnesses who said they had told him not to eat the cookie in the library, but he did so anyway. He and the JC discussed why the rule forbids food and eating in the library, having to do with messes, ants, and mice. After that, Mickey said, oh, well, he had actually put the entire cookie in his mouth, so there was no possibility of crumbs, and he shouldn't be charged with breaking the rule. It's good thinking, I suppose, but not persuasive, and maybe not honest. The JC charged Mickey with breaking the rule. As is common with new students, they gave him a warning instead of sentencing him, and then asked for his plea. Not guilty, said Mickey. And so the case went to trial with stakes of principle and pride, but not punishment. Mickey worked hard on his defense for the next couple of days, including significant research. In a packed courtroom, addressing the 6 jurors, 5 students and 1 staff member, he laid out his case. Now listen carefully to follow this. Food, he said, is an edible substance with nutritional value, and he read a dictionary definition to back him up. Then he called attention to the nutritional label on the Oreo package. There is some nutritional value in an Oreo cookie, he said, but not much. However, by his calculation, if a person ate less than half a cookie, they would ingest less than 1% of the government-recommended daily value of every nutrient on the label. Furthermore, under federal rules, percentages less than 1% are shown as 0%. Got that? With a charming grin, Mickey then testified that he had taken only 1 bite of the cookie, amounting to less than 1/3 of the cookie. That meant he had consumed less than 1% of the daily value of every nutrient, which translates to 0%. Thus, having no nutritional value, it wasn't food after all, and he had not violated the rule. The defense rested its case. The jury was, shall we say, confused. In our system, jurors have an opportunity to question witnesses. My favorite moment in Mickey's trial was when the youngest juror, 5-year-old Leo, penetrated the fog and went right to the heart of the matter with his incredulous question for Mickey. You ate a cookie in the library? The prosecution neglected to note the discrepancy in Mickey's testimony. To the JC, he testified he ate the whole cookie. In trial, he testified he ate only a small bite. It didn't matter. The jury took only a few minutes to find Mickey guilty. As Leo's question aptly highlighted, the case was as black and white as an Oreo cookie.